All right, now we do a combination.
Dog dream.
All right, this is a pitch catch drill, and basically this is to loosen the quarterback's arm. One of the things we talk to the quarterback during this drill about is that he starts his concentration on having a target that he throws to all the time. And during this entire warm-up period here, he wants to emphasize all the correct mechanics of throwing. This is the upper body isolation drills. We've got him down on the left knee first. This particular drill isolates the upper body throwing motions. If you have a mechanical flaw, you should talk yourself through the technique. By correct repetition, you can break all the bad habits. By talking yourself through a technique, let's say that Jimmy wasn't taking the ball up and out in the right way, then he would say to himself on each throw, up and out, up and out, up and out, so that he makes sure that he pushes the ball up and out and gets the ball turned out at the end. All right, Jimmy's going to show you how to take the ball up and out. Carrying the ball in the numbers area, he takes the ball up and out. Doesn't drop it, pushes the ball up and out with the left hand. Now we're showing how Jimmy will take the ball and turn it out so that he creates a whip action in his throw. By turning the ball, the point of the ball should turn towards the opposite goal line. All right, now what we want to show here is how much you got to emphasize the follow through. In this drill, once he does the other things we talked about, he wants to make sure that he follows through, that hand is coming through to the off leg or off pocket. All right, now we're doing the same drill. We've just changed the knee. We've got the quarterback in the same position now as if he is throwing the ball from a normal situation. What we're going to do now is have Jimmy catch the ball, shape the laces as quick as he can, and get rid of it. What we're trying to do is emphasize a quick release. We now have him with both knees on the ground. We've got complete isolation of the upper body so that everything that he's doing is involved with upper body mechanics. You can do this with both knees on the ground. You can do it sitting in a chair. There's different ways that you can perform this throwing technique. All right, this is the straddle split throw. And basically what we want to do here, we'd like to have him go all the way to the ground with that throwing arm. And what we're trying to do is emphasize the follow-through with this particular drill. It's an over-exaggeration. All right, this is the opposite body throw. Teaches the quarterback to rotate the hips and shoulders to the receiver. Quarterback wants to emphasize keeping the toes and knees straight to the sideline. Just rotating the hips and shoulders to make the throw. During all the drills, quarterback wants to make sure that he emphasizes all the proper techniques. He's taking the ball up and out, he's turning the ball out, he's following through. All right, this is the cross the body drill. Same things to keep in mind. Keep the feet and knees toward the sideline. Just rotate the hips and shoulders square with the receiver. All right, this drill is a footwork drill. It helps the quarterback to coordinate his throwing motion when on the move. He's going to run straight at the receiver, throw the ball, and emphasize chasing the ball so that he's making sure he's following through. Wants to good concentration on target and not raise his head to the ball. Hold on. All right, this is the same footwork drill, only it's called an angle because the quarterback's going to work on an angle. The first time will be as if he's running to the right to throw. That he's worked himself to where he's coming downhill on a sprint out or boot movement, and he's on a downhill path toward the receiver. All right, this is the same angle drill with the quarterback simulating that he's running opposite his throwing arm. In this particular case, he'd be sprinting to his left or booting to his left to make the throw. All right, this is the relocate drill. This drill teaches the quarterback to relocate in the pocket and still maintain good balance. Okay, move. All right, now we're going to do the same drill, only we're going to relocate the other direction. All right, this is the scramble drill. Here we're teaching the quarterback to escape from trouble and keep the ball alive. Now when the quarterback scrambles left, the fastest technique to use is to like reverse out of there. All right, the next thing we're going to show is the different drops. We're going to show the 3-step, 5-step, 7-step. We're going to sprint, and we're going to bootleg. Now, what he wants to do here is work to quicken his drop all the time and make sure that he's always throwing on balance. First one you'll see here is the 3-step drop. Now we're going to do the 5-step drop, and in this we want to make sure that he's working on his feet action, both throwing to his right, throwing down the middle of the field, and throwing to the left. All right, now we're doing the 7-step drop. On the 7-step drop, the important thing is that the last 2 steps are called balance steps. He's going to shorten them. He's going to make sure that his shoulders are leaned forward as he goes into the last 2 steps so that when he catches his back foot on the 7th step, that he's standing erect and ready to deliver the football. Now we're going to show the sprint out pass. The important thing here is that he uses great explosion to break away from what we call the contact area. And then the next thing that's important that he works himself in a downhill path so that he gets his hips and shoulders square with the receiver here. First one we'll show is the sprint right. Now the other thing you want to emphasize when you're sprinting is that you keep both hands on the football and you let the football, you work the football. In other words, it's an abbreviated type running motion with the arms so that you don't force your upper body to get tight and stiff and then you're always aiming the football on the throws. All right, one of the things that's important that you'll notice as he gets ready to throw, he gets himself on balance. What he has to do is he has to shuffle his feet, but he's got to have perfect balance to be able to release the football. All right, on sprint to the left, one of the really important features is, and you'll see Jimmy take his left hand and push his shoulders around. Well, one of the things that happens a lot of times in sprinting to the left is the quarterback will slide toward the sideline and not make himself get downhill toward the target. If he uses his left hand to push his shoulders and hips around, it's a good technique to help. Now we have a bootleg type action, and one of the important things here is that the quarterback, as soon as he makes the fake, he wants to get his head and shoulders around quick. After that part of it, it's not any different than the sprint out. He's working to get himself outside of the contact area as quick as possible, and then get himself in a downhill path toward the receiver. This type of boot action is often an extended fake. The back's going to force him wide. He's going to show football early to the fake, and then as he comes back around, he's using the same techniques. He's going to try to get his head and shoulders around quick, and then get himself on a downhill path toward the receiver. On all these drills that we just showed you, probably the number of times or repetitions you do any particular drill is dependent upon what you need to improve yourself. The closer you get to the season, naturally the more time you want to spend on movement drills, the relocate, the scramble, and in particular all the three different types of pass runs. So the number of reps that you have on each one, you should be based upon what you need the most work on.